Imagine this. After a long day, you return home, your safe haven, only to find the locks changed. Your daughter, the one you raised, is standing there with a smile that hides betrayal. Suitcases, children, and her husband in tow, all demanding entry. Your heart races. Your mind screams, how did it come to this? This is not just a story about a locked door, it's about betrayal, revenge, and the shocking lengths family can go to claim what isn't theirs. And by the end, you'll see that sometimes the people we love most can be our greatest threat. Sarah had spent decades building a life she thought was secure, a modest home, a steady job, and a beautiful beach house, a place she dreamed of sharing with her family. Emily, her ambitious daughter, had always been full of energy and ideas. But as she grew older, she moved to the city for work and became distant. Visits became rare, calls shorter, messages increasingly curt. I kept thinking, she's busy, life happens, it's normal. I never imagined she could turn against me. It started like an innocent visit. Emily claimed she needed a temporary place to stay. But within hours, it became clear this was more than a visit. Emily, what's going on? Why is the door locked? Don't worry, Mom. We're just making ourselves comfortable. Isn't that what family is for? Narrator, at that moment, the air changed. Sarah felt the betrayal slice through her chest like a knife. The daughter she trusted, the child she nurtured, had crossed a line she never thought possible. Neighbors peeked through curtains, whispers spreading. Sarah tried calling, texting, begging. Nothing worked. Each failed attempt to regain access felt like a punch to the gut. Sarah replayed every conversation, every missed visit. Had she seen the signs and ignored them? Or had she just refused to believe her own daughter could betray her? Sarah soon uncovered Emily's plan, contacting a lawyer weeks before, preparing a legal claim to the beach house. I can't believe this. My own daughter, scheming against me? Narrator, shock turned into determination. Sarah knew she couldn't fight impulsively. She began meticulously documenting everything. Texts, emails, letters, even video recordings. Every interaction, every threat, every lie was evidence. Meanwhile, Emily began moving in small items, furniture, appliances, asserting control. The suspense grew with every creak of the floorboards. Sarah's own home, her sanctuary, had become a battlefield. Sarah needed a strategy. Emotional reactions could cost her everything. Her lawyer advised calm, methodical preparation. Document harassment, gather proof, be ready for court. Days blurred into nights of anxiety. Every knock at the door, every text from Emily sent Sarah's pulse soaring. Emily's lawyer sent legal notices, escalating tension. Every step she takes, every word she speaks, it's all part of her plan. I need to stay ahead or I lose everything. She meticulously observed Emily, noted her manipulations, recorded attempts to sway neighbors or community members. Every subtle move was captured. Emily's boldest move came when she tried to recruit neighbors to support her claim. Sarah, anticipating this, captured it on hidden cameras. The tension was unbearable. Each second felt like standing on the edge of a cliff. Sarah realized the stakes weren't just her property, but her dignity, her peace, and her sense of control. Emily's letters grew more threatening, more manipulative, but Sarah's evidence was airtight. She had documented every lie, every attempted intimidation, every moment of emotional manipulation. Would Sarah's preparation be enough when the courtroom finally called her to face Emily? Emily walked in, radiating confidence. Sarah remained composed. Her lawyer began presenting the evidence, texts, emails, recorded conversations, and videos of Emily's manipulations. Law on the fourth, Wissy and Repill, lawyer. Your Honor, as you can see, the plaintiff has consistently engaged in harassment, deceit, and attempts to unlawfully claim property that is not rightfully hers. The judge reviewed video evidence of Emily trying to sway neighbors. Gasps filled the room. Emily's confident demeanor cracked. The courtroom was electric with suspense. Every pause, every breath, a test of patience, nerve, and courage. And then the verdict changed everything. The judge ruled in Sarah's favor. She retained her beach house, and Emily was legally barred from future manipulations. Justice had been served. Sarah finally sat in her living room, relief washing over her. The months of anxiety, betrayal, and tension were behind her. Sarah added, "I learned that kindness alone isn't enough. Boundaries, preparation, and courage, those are what protect us when people we love cross lines we never imagined." Emily attempted reconciliation, but Sarah knew some lines, once crossed, could never be undone. She had reclaimed control over her life, her property, and her peace of mind. The suspense of the past weeks turned into calm, but Sarah knew life would always throw challenges her way. Now, she was ready. Stronger, wiser, and vigilant. Life doesn't always reward kindness. Sometimes those we love most can hurt us the most. But courage, patience, and strategy can reclaim dignity, property, and peace. Sarah's story reminds us a locked door isn't the end. Sometimes it's just the beginning. Mini cliffhanger for reflection. When betrayal comes knocking, are you ready to fight back? When the final verdict was read, the silence in the courtroom was deafening. Emily stood frozen, her face pale, as if the weight of her choices finally crashed down on her. The judge's words echoed, "The property remains in Linda's name. All false claims are dismissed." For Linda, it wasn't just a legal victory. It was a lifetime of love, loyalty, and sacrifice finally being recognized. Tears welled up in her eyes, not out of triumph, but from the deep ache of a mother who had just fought a battle she never thought she'd fight, against her own child. As she gathered her documents and slowly walked out of the courtroom, people whispered in awe. Some were shocked at Emily's betrayal, while others admired Linda's quiet strength. Reporters tried to stop her, asking, "Linda, what will you do now?" She only replied softly, "I will keep my home, but the hardest battle is healing a mother's heart." Emily didn't follow her outside. She stayed back, avoiding her mother's gaze. For the first time, Linda realized something important. Sometimes protecting your dignity and your peace means letting go of even the closest bonds when they become poisoned. Later that evening, Linda sat in her living room, the same one she almost lost. The walls felt different now, warmer, safer, stronger. She whispered to herself, "This home isn't just bricks and wood. It's my husband's memory, my years of struggle, my story. No one can take that away." Outside, the world moved on. But inside that house, Linda finally found peace, not because she won in court, but because she discovered her own unbreakable strength. And that, in the end, was the greatest victory of all.